Hi everyone, if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name's Ashley. Nice to meet you. A few weeks ago I gave you guys 20 girl names that I thought sounded good in English and Spanish, and today I'm giving you the boys version of that list. I hope this video gives you inspiration if you are naming your baby, finding a name for yourself, or even if you're just giving your Sims character a name. I'm here for you too. Today I'm giving you 20 names, and most of them are outside of the top 100 in the US or unranked. If you want to hear the names that I came up with, please keep watching. The first name that I have on this list is Abraham. Abraham is Hebrew, meaning father of nations. I think that Abraham is such a strong name, and it has the nickname Abe that I've heard a lot before. Abraham is number 201 in US births, so it's still outside of the top 100, but is a very classic name. I just think you can't go wrong with this name. The second name I have on this list is Amadeo. Amadeo is Italian, meaning lover of God. Amadeo is not ranked at all in the US. It's a super rare name, and I think that it has the soft side with the meaning, but it also is very masculine, ending in an O. Amadeo is just one of those names that I really like because of the meaning. It just seems so soft, and it's one of those romantic names, and I think it could really grow with someone. So that's Amadeo. Number 3 on the list is Amalio. Amalio is a Spanish name meaning industrious, and it is also not ranked at all in the US, so it's a very rare name. Amalio just sounds so classic. I honestly am surprised that more people haven't used it. The name just kind of rolls off the tongue, Amalio. It has the A beginning, which I know a lot of people love names that start with an A, but it also has the O ending, which makes it a little bit more masculine. You also have the nickname Leo, which is super, super loved. I know that a lot of people love that name, but it's become a little bit too popular for them. So if you like that, you can try the name Amalio. The fourth name on our list is Carmelo. Carmelo is a Spanish name meaning vineyard of God, and I just think that name is so special and unique. I've never heard it before, and I think it might hold a very special place in someone's heart if they make a connection with that meaning. Carmelo is number 729 in US births, so it is really not common at all, but I'm sure people have heard of it, especially with the basketball player Carmelo Anthony, and I just think that is a super sweet name. Carmo, of course. It's a sweet name. I really love it. It's a little bit different starting with the letter C. So that's Carmelo. The next name on our list is the name Giovanni. Giovanni's a little bit more popular than the other names, but I think it plays really, really well in English and in Spanish. Giovanni is Italian, meaning God is gracious, and it is number 120 in US births. And I did not try to make these name meanings, sound similar, but I think it's something that happened organically, and I really, really like it. So this name, meaning God is gracious, has a really beautiful and special meaning. You have the nickname Gio, which is really nice, and I think it's really easy to say in English and Spanish, and it's a familiar name. So if you like that, try Giovanni. Number 6 on our list is Israel. Israel is Hebrew, meaning wrestles with God. It is number 237 in US births, which came as a shock to me because I have never met someone named Israel. And the only reason I do know of this name is because of the singer Israel Houghton. And I was just really surprised by that. It is still not super popular, but I guess it is on the up and coming. And since this is a place name, you can say it in English and in Spanish, and it sounds nice, and people are familiar with it, which is really good. For Israel, you do have the nickname Izzy as well. I just really love the sound of this name, and I love the meaning. A lot of these names have super nice and special meanings, and so that is number 6, Israel. List is a J name. This name is Juliano or Juliano. Juliano is Portuguese, meaning a few things. It can mean youthful, downy bearded, or sky father. Juliano is not ranked at all in the US, which is really nice. It is very similar to the name Julian, but it has the O ending, which makes it sound really nice in Spanish. I know a lot of people love J names, so this could be an option for that. But that is Juliano or Juliano. The next name on this list is very trendy, and I know that when the rankings come out for 2021 that this name is going to be higher on the list, but that is the name Kai. Kai. There are different ways to spell this name, but the one that I found more common is the name Kai, spelled Kai. Kai is a Hawaiian name meaning ocean. In 2020, it was number 794 in US births. I'm sure it went up, but it was not too high back then. So I'm really excited to see what the ranking is now. But I heard this name from a few different places. I do know that Zayn Malik's daughter, I believe, don't quote me, is named Kai, spelled Khai, which has a different meaning, but I really like the name Kai. It sounds the same in English and Spanish, and it's super easy to spell. And I think it's just one of those simple names with a really beautiful meaning. It could be an alternative to using the name Ocean. I know Ocean is really trendy too, and I love that name, but Kai is another option for you. Number 9 is a name that is so unique to me, and I just really love the sound of it, and that is the name Kenji. Kenji is a Japanese name meaning wise, peace, and healing. Kenji is number 904 in US births, so it is in that top 1,000, but it's really not common at all. Kenji kind of reminds me of the nickname for Benjamin, which is Benji, and so it kind of sounds more familiar, but I have never seen anyone named Kenji before. I know a lot of people really like Japanese names. They sound super unique and beautiful, and so that's the name Kenji. Number 10 on the list is for those of you who like a really short name, a short, sweet, and simple name, and that is the name Lino. That is spelled Lino. Lino is a Latin name meaning belonging to heaven. And I'm telling you guys, these meanings are so beautiful. Belonging to heaven, that is just so special. And obviously this name is not ranked at all. I've never even heard it. I found it while I was researching online, but Lino is just so unique, so sweet. It has a beautiful meaning. And if you're one of those people that really doesn't like names that come with nicknames, you can't really get a nickname out of Lino. So I think that it would be a really good option. The next name on this list is a little bit more common, but I just love it. It holds a place in my heart, and that is the name Leonardo. Leonardo has a few different nicknames: Nardo, Leo, Leon. The name is Italian, meaning lion or brave. I think that name meaning is just so perfect for a baby boy and also for a man. Leonardo is the number 86 in US births, and I am really waiting to see if it went up or down, because I think that people are going more with the short option of Leo or Leon and then calling their kid Leo. For me, I really like the longer version of names and then choosing what kind of nickname you want, because they could always go by something else when they're older. But Leonardo is just so smooth and sweet name, and I really like it. So that was Leonardo. The next name is for those of you who like Leonardo, but it is a little bit too more popular for you, and this name is Lisandro. Lisandro is a Greek name. It actually means liberator, which is really cool, and this name is obviously not ranked at all. I have never heard of this name. I heard of someone named Leandro, which is very similar but without the S. So that's another option if you like that. So Lisandro also kind of reminds me of Andrew, Lisandro with the A-N-D-R. So it's kind of familiar but very much more unique. But I just thought that Lisandro was such a gem, and I had never heard it before, and I think it would be a really good option for a lot of people. So I just wanted to mention it in this video. Number 13 on this list is another a little bit more common option. This name is the name Luca. And Luca just has my heart because of the movie Luca from Disney. I am a Disney lover. I'm not an avid Disney parks person, but I really do love Disney movies and shows and stuff like that. And when Luca came out, it was just so sweet. And I think that the name would have a positive association. I don't think I would have a negative association because of the movie. But it is an Italian name meaning a person from Luciana, Italy. I believe that's how you say it. It is number 67 in US births, so it's going up. I think it is a nice alternative to the name Lucas. Lucas is a very nice name, but I think Luca sounds much better in Spanish and in English. Luca is also one of those names that you can't really take a nickname out of it, which is really nice for some people. That is the name Luca. Okay, the next name is similar to Luca in the spelling, but it sounds different. This is the name Lucian or Lucian. It is an English name meaning light, which if you speak Spanish, you would hear the word luz in it, which means light. And when you have a baby, obviously that is a light in your life. I just think it's a really special meaning for a name. Lucian or Lucian is number 637 in US births, so it's really not common at all. I think that Lucian or Lucian is a very unique, and it kind of gives you the same sound as the name Lucius, but it kind of makes it a little bit more wearable. So that's the name Lucian or Lucian. The next name is a bit more popular name, but I just really love this name, and I couldn't make this list of names that sound good in Spanish and English without this name, and that is the name Mateo. Mateo is a Spanish name meaning gift from God. With the last charts that were released, it was number 20 in US births, which is pretty popular. But if you're looking for a name that is very versatile in English and Spanish and sounds really nice and that you're gonna love, I would personally love going with Mateo. Mateo also gives you the same meaning as Theodore, which I'm not sure how you would really say that in Spanish. I'm sure you could, but I think Mateo is just a little bit more wearable, but it gives you the same idea as the name Theodore. And I think that a lot of people love the meaning of gift as a meaning for their baby's name, and I think that it is just a really good option. So that's Mateo. Number 16 gives me the same feel as Mateo, but is much more unique, and that is the name Renzo. Renzo is a diminutive of Lorenzo, meaning from Laurentium. You could use Lorenzo as a full name, which is really cool, but I think Renzo can stand alone as well. It is a bit more spunky, a bit more unique, and I think that it is more modern. And if you're really looking for a unique name, but you really want it to sound good in English and Spanish, Renzo is a really, really good name for that. Number 17 is also a name from a movie, but it's also a word name, and that is Rio. Rio is a Spanish word meaning river. River is a really, really trendy name right now, and I don't think it sounds very good in Spanish. I'm really sorry if you think differently than me, but I don't think it sounds good in Spanish. But Rio means the same thing. It gives you the same feel, but it sounds really, really good in English and in Spanish. And Rio is just really short and sweet. You can't make a nickname with it. You would know that your child's gonna be called Rio. And it is also a place name, which I know people really love. I think I forgot to mention this, but Rio is number 783 in US births, so it is very unique. We are nearing the end of the list, but the next name, number 18, is Samson. Samson is such a classic name. If you're looking for a biblical name, that is a really good option. You also have the classic nickname Sammy or Sunny if you wanted to call your child that. It is a Hebrew name meaning sun or service. Sun as in S-U-N, the sun in the sky, and a service. It is number 571 in US births, so it is unique. It's not super common, but it still is very wearable with those nicknames that you could use Sammy or Sunny. I really, really like it. I think it's super versatile, and you can say it in English and Spanish because it is the same. Number 19 is so unique and so nice. I really, really like this name, and I especially like it as a middle name too, but that is the name Santino. Santino is Italian meaning little saint. It is number 443 in US births, which I was surprised that it was even ranked because I had never heard of anybody being called Santino. I had heard of people being called Santiago, which is a last name as first name, or just James in Spanish. Santiago is super cool too, but I really like the name Santino. It reminds me of my nephew because his middle name is Saint, but I think that is a really good option. It also has the nickname Santi or Santis, which I have heard before. I think it's a YouTuber's name, but Santino is super unique, and I think it's a great option. The last name on this list is just perfect for this list. I didn't want to confine myself to using super unique names. I just wanted to give you an option if you really, really wanted a name that sounded good in English and Spanish. And one of those names that is just perfect and really, really works well is Sebastian or Sebastian. Sebastian is Greek meaning venerable, and it is number 19 in US births. So it is more common, but I think that it is just a super nice name. And if you're not scared of a more common name, then I think it's a perfect one to use. Anyway, Sebastian or Sebastian is a great option. And that was the last name on this list. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this list. I love making these name lists. They are super fun to make, and I really love making my little icons that go up in the corner. If you have a name that you think sounds really good in English and Spanish, I would love to hear your suggestions. Please leave them down below for anybody who is watching and needs more options. I also want to know what your favorite name from this list was, so leave that down below in your comment as well. If you know someone that's looking for a name, please send them this video if you think it might be helpful to them. If you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. That really helps me a lot. If you would like to see more content from me, please follow me on my Instagram, my TikTok, and if you are a book lover like me, you can add me on Goodreads. I'm always updating it every single day, multiple times a day, so that would be super fun. I'd love to see what you're reading, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.